All right, man. I think I got like 15 minutes of battery type shit. Welcome, chat. You already know what it is, man. What are we gonna do right now? I don't even know, man. I came here to really just smoke a spliff, but it's got a lot of frustration right now. So I guess we probably gonna end up talking about UFC right now, chat. I don't know how this is gonna go. I have no idea. This, that, and the third. I just know I'm kind of pissed off, chat. I'm kind of pissed off. So, you know, we're going to take a little smoky smoke right now. And, yeah, we're going to get to it. So, UFC 317 just finished, you know. Crazy event. I'm going to pull up my phone just so I can be a little more accurate with what the fuck I'm talking about. Because, you know me, man. This is all conspiracy theories, guys. This is literally nothing of, like, relevance. This is just what I believe should be fucking happening. And I just know Dana White's the fucking GOAT. So he's going to do it. Because we gotta love Dana. The guy brought us the fucking best organization. How can we not love that guy? But anyways, guys. John Jones out. Tom's going to fight soon. We want him versus Gain probably. Not too excited for that. Not too excited. Every time this guy Gain fights, honestly, like Cyril Gain, I think this guy has no heart. You know, I think he wants to make movies. I think he wants to be elsewhere, you know. And, you know, he needs to lock the fucking. Chat. But, you know, that happens, is what it is. We had Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Oh, man. That was for the fans, man. I wish it was longer. We got the long fight with Joshua Van and Brandon Royale. That's Royale, Brandon Royale. I don't know, something along those lines. You know, big respects to him. He was the #1 contender. No, he's not. You know what I'm saying? He got knocked the fuck out. But to be fair, I think he would have won that round. I would think he would have won the fight based off decision if he never told him to throw down. I've seen a lot of guys say throw down, and you know, that shit don't work for them, bro. Not everyone's meant to throw the fuck down. But I did respect that fight. Both guys kept it on the fucking floor, kept it on the feet, you know. Getting a little to it, you know. I love that. But yeah, back to Ilia and Charles, man. I don't know, guys. This guy Ilia is doing some craziness in the UFC, bro. And I was a hater. I lied. I wasn't a hater. I was just betting against him. I'll put it like that, you know. Early Ilia Topuria days. This is like back when he was fighting like Bryce Mitchell, you know. Like I was thinking Bryce Mitchell was gonna be a guy. Like, you know what I mean? So I remember making that bet, got humbled, and then who else? Which other bet humbled me? Because there's 2 bets I bet against Ilia, and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not right in the head for that. I think it was the fight before Volk. Before Volk, that's when whatever fight was before that. I remember I think I lost it. And then I'm like, all right, yeah, this guy's the truth. Like, this guy's the truth, man. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's doing some crazy shit right now in the UFC, guys. Some crazy motherfucking shit, bro. And I look at his one page today. Shout out to Vince, man. Vince and MMA, bro, on YouTube, on Instagram, bro. He has like 2K followers now. You know, shout out to him, man. He's doing his shit, man. I fucking love this page. But he was even saying it too, like, if Ilia does what I think he's going to end up doing, like, he wants to fight Islam, you know? Like, the Paddy thing, that's some real beef, you know? But Islam, that's like, I'm great, and you think you're great, and I think I'm better than you. That's purely what it is, and I love that. I love that for the fucking sport, chat. I love it for the fucking sport. Because at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I'm not saying the UFC was losing talent, losing its charisma, but we needed a McGregor. We needed a McGregor. We thought Sean O'Malley was going to be the next McGregor. Topuria. Topuria. What a guy, man. What a fucking guy. Same as Marab, bro. What a fucking guy, bro. I was even telling people, I was telling my broski Jeremy, you know, scary. Not Jeremy, what the fuck? Scary Jerry. Fuck, bro. Oh, but yeah, I was telling my broski, I was like, yo, if this guy Marab goes up in weight, a little sticky, you know. I don't think he's going to fight Volk. To be honest, I don't think that's going to be the case, but I already said to him, I think Volk needs to retire, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I know, chat, I know, but it's at the end of the day, I think Volk is, his accolades got him to his position where he's in right now, because not a lot of guys can come off losses and get a championship fight. Not a lot of guys can, you know. So, you know, their situation presented itself, and he had the merits to be that guy. So fully deserved. Not like I didn't want him to do that title fight, but I don't believe he's gonna beat some of these young guns, you know. I think he's better than them, yeah. But father time, man, father time in the UFC. I think Volk gets one more title defense, guys, and he retires on that. You know, I think that would be the best thing for him to do for his career. You finish on top. Not a lot of guys can say they finished on top, chat. You know what I mean? Not a lot of guys can say they finished on top. So, you know, hopefully Volk can secure the dub like that and, you know, hold it down. But I don't know, chat. It's a little risky, a little iffy. I think I want this guy Merab to go up in weight, so that's why I want him to be a double champ. I don't know. I'm keep hearing that UFC doesn't want double champs. They just want guys to go up weight so the division doesn't get held. But I want to see a guy hold fucking 2 championships into the fucking hand, bro. That's for real fucking Hall of Fame prestige. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit, man. You can become, there's champions. Like, I don't know how my friend was describing. There's above average champions, and there's just like, this guy's a gladiator. You know what I mean? George St. Pierre, Demetrius Johnson, Khabib, John Jones, gladiators, you know? Anderson Silva, gladiator. Henry, I'll even put Henry in there, you know, because like a lot of people disrespect Henry, bro. But in his prime, he was a guy. And for another example, you know, I hate that I'm even making this guy as an example, but I love him as a fighter. You know, he's actually one of my favorite fighters. You know, Aljo and Sterling, like Aljo, like he's an above average champion in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He's not greatness. He's great in his own regards, for sure. You know, upgrading, all that. But it's just in like UFC Hall of Fame status. I'm not gonna put him as he's one of the greatest. I can appreciate what he's done for his division, all that, and he's a champion. So 100%, he's historically made like that. But he's not in those same categories as Demetrius Johnson, John Jones, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, Ilia Topuria is already kind of in those categories now. Islam Makhachev, it's a lot of title defenses. I'd say he's in that category for sure too. He's 32-1, or 26. Some his record's crazy. I know that. So that's another guy's in those, you know, that second tier, you know, and I think there's, you know, Ilia Topuria, in my opinion, is trying to make that third tier now. You know, trying to say I'm the first person that's a 3 divisional champ. You know, kind of saw Alex Pereira kind of get that almost opportunity, kind of in that spotlight. Not 3 divisional. Would have been 2. Or no, 3. Would have been 3. Yeah. So we would have seen Alex Pereira possibly get that if he went to heavyweight, you know. But middleweight to light heavyweight to heavyweight would be, you know, that's where it kind of, to me, that's where, if you want to do that change, I feel like that's the weight that kind of makes the most sense. But a heavyweight change, personally, right now, I don't think there's a lot of, I don't think the heavyweight division is the most competitive division. I think there's gaps between fighters, you know what I'm saying? Compared to like, you go to the middleweight, that's where I think like a lot of guys are getting a lot of work, and you know, the second ranked fighter can fight the number 8 fighter, the 8th ranked, and you know, you might get an upset, you know what I mean? In the heavyweights, I think that's less likely, but you know, any day, or a chin can give, chat. A chin can give any day, so you know, you can't forget that. Cannot motherfucker forget that. Holy, you guys, my battery's almost freaking dead. I'm pissed. I'm motherfucking pissed. I'll buy some more batteries, chat. I was off to the side, so I'm gonna be like around here a little more. But yeah, I'm thinking this guy Merab goes up in weight. Volk retires next fight. Merab goes up in weight. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. Maybe Diego Lopez. I don't know who's gonna be the champion. You know, Masov. There's a couple guys that might get the opportunity. You know, but I don't think any of those guys beat Merab. In all honesty, too much heart. Too much heart. Just him as a man. I'd say is the reason why he is where he is. Of course, you know, hard work, dedication, but. You know, you have a lot of different fighters that carry themselves different, you know, each way, you know, each respects to their own regards and all that. But personally, the way I view Rob, man, I mean, that was a hard-working man, bro. And he said, I'm going to change my life. That's why he can't lose, man. Can't lose. Real shit. Real spill. But, and you know, this is why sometimes, like, when people say, it's like, this is so random, guys, but when people say, like, George St. Pierre is the GOAT, I understand it because his losses, he got his get back. He came back, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, any man that beat you, beat him. Like, you know, you have the last laugh. And he finished on top, I swear. So, you know, come back all the time and come back win the belt. Yeah, you know, you're a guy. Yeah, you're a guy in my regards, you know. But, and you're Canadian. I'm Canadian. Gotta love it. Holy guys, yeah. I'm thinking Alex Pereira, this guy needs to get like the next fight, he just won off the belt. So yeah, he's gonna get his rematch. But yeah, Alex Barrow's making big noise, man. You haven't heard about him for a while, guys. You see how a loss can change a man. A loss can just make a man, you know, look real different. Same thing as Adesanya, you know, a loss can change. And that him and versus Duplessis, man, I got a shout out to Duplessis, man, because I've been loved Adesanya for the time. I'm Nigerian myself, you know, so I was really rooting for him. But Adesanya, man, I've seen you want to kill, and that fight you did not want to kill. That's all I'm saying. And Duplessis, every fight I can say what he does has heart. Style, unorthodox, this and the third. That man fights with heart. That man fights with, you know, with all that he got. Every time, whatever the fuck he's doing, he's putting 100 into it. He sees kill, he's going to try to kill. Sloppy or not, he's going to try to kill. And that's why we got the results we got. So, end of the day, I really hope that, holy guys, did my mic fall? Nah, we Gucci, guys. Yeah, I really hope that Adesanya gets a dub in. Him versus Strickland, personally, I wouldn't want to really see that fight. I want them to see both fight the other people, personally. I both want them to get a dub. Maybe that's why. But, you know, they're also getting aged, you know, and I think a lot of guys, once they become champion, you know, it gets a little... And, you know, Sean Strickland as well will be in that category of, like, an above-average champion, just like Sterling, you know? Like, they became champion, you know? Respectable, they're historically made and all this, all that. But you're not going to put Sean Strickland in the same category as Demetrius Johnson again, you know. And you know, yeah, I got a whole lot of respect for Demetrius Johnson. I think that guy's actually like such a complete fighter. Mans might not put him in the GOAT category, this and the third. Mans might say he's a person in that weight class can't be the GOAT. I think that's some bullshit. I think you're a fighter. But regardless, I think that guy's a complete fighter, because one thing he said, guys, is that you gotta go to different places, you know, you gotta go to different brands and really fight everybody, you know. Not everyone's gonna be in the UFC, but you know, he really went around and he's made his name, got his wins. But yeah, you're not gonna put certain guys in the same category as like him, you know. So, you know, big respect to them. Hopefully they both get a match. Hopefully it's not between each other. Want to see both these guys get some dubs. Holy guys, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. UFC right now, I'm really looking at heavyweight. I need Tom to get a fight like before December, you know. Yeah, because at the end of the day, people are going to say this about John Jones. John Jones, I remember this guy. I'm so tapped into the UFC, guys. So this guy really did say, like, I don't know why Dana hasn't told y'all. And like, you know, he was just still moving the way he's moving. But the man said to us, I don't know why Dana hasn't told y'all yet. So all I know is that man well told Dana, in my opinion, that he does not plan on fighting. Like he's done. He's completed his career. This nigga's posting like he's really like his man's posting like he's retired, fam. And then the man said this. I don't know why Dana hasn't told y'all. Dana Vince McMahon, all these guys, they make bread for a reason, chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are businessmen. So, you know, you're gonna bring such a more of a crowd in. Just John Jones' name brings so much to the UFC. You guys don't understand that. That guy is the Hulk Hogan, John Cena of the UFC, you know? And there's only other people, there's only a couple other guys that names can generate such value to that brand. You know, you got Conor McGregor, you got Khabib, you know, but you don't gotta look like, there's only, in my opinion, truthfully, I'm really thinking hard now, guys. Like, I'm really trying to think about what other names can I put that big up there, you know? I'm thinking about legends. I would say like Chuck Liddell and all those guys, and Anderson Silva, but a random white girl at the club don't know who Anderson Silva is, but she's gonna heard of John Jones. She's gonna hear of Conor McGregor. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about, chat. That's the type of noise these guys make. So, you know, to have that still around for as long as you can, and even try to have it attached to another guy. If Tom's as great, one of his biggest accomplishments will be that he never fought John Jones, because John Jones retired. That people don't understand that side to it, but that is a factor. And if he continues the career he does, that just brings so much more money to Dana White, because for the next 20 years, Dana White will be asked the question, John Jones versus Tom, you know, what if? That would be another big what if, especially if Tom's career continues the way it is. Then we might even see 2 years John Jones comes out of retirement. 40-year-old John Jones coming out of retirement to fight a 30-year-old's Tom. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't think John comes out. I don't think he comes out of retirement, chat. We got what we got. You have to enjoy it while it lasted, man. That's what it is, man. Shout out to John, man. Appreciate you for what you did for the sport, man. For the sport. Can't just say the company, man. For the fucking sport. But yeah, guys, a lot of names you can really put up there, man. So you gotta hold on to those and try to grow others as much as you can. You know. Yeah, and you know, especially for like John Jones' career and whatnot, he's definitely trying to do any favors for Dana and all that, because you know they've helped the man so much in his life, you know. So you don't think the man's gonna. Dana tells the man not to post retirement. You know, think the man's not gonna not post it, but like man's just gonna say no more, Dana. Say no more. Same as like what Elite Sport is saying, like, you know, saying, you know, they're telling me not to go up to up a new weight once he wins. And I was like, you know, say no more, Dana. You know, it's a love and respect, guys. Bro takes this shit too serious, man. People's lives, bro. People's lives are fucking taxed, man. But you know, anyways, Dana, I know you're watching this. Let's get Francis back in, bro. I'm trying to see Francis versus Tom. Let's get that cracking. I think that might be cool, yeah? Even yo, PFL, if y'all hearing this, let's get Francis versus John. John's retired. He might just do it. Let's just get it rolling. You know what I'm saying? And Francis, hope you're doing well, bro. I know that crash happened and all that. You know, hope you and your family doing well. Appreciate you as a fighter. You're a legend in my eyes. I think you're one of the best. And I think a lot of what ifs. And that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, Tom could have, what Tom is, Francis could have just been, maybe even bigger, you know? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe even bigger, because, you know, look at the fights, look what he's done after UFC, like, you know? Anyway, guys, I think my spliff's about to be fucking done. So it's about to rain. Y'all really seen the weather change, man. Gotta say, man, I really just out here standing just in a fucking park, talking about UFC, smoking, but I'll up on my stream soon. It's one of those days, chat. It's one of those days. Not gonna lie, man. Oh, John Jones. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the UFC. Shout out to McGregor. Such controversial guys right now, you know, fucking life, but the sport, if you really watch these guys fight, the passion, the drive, they really got the crowds going. Next person I'll say that's doing that right now, Merab, Ilya. They really get crowds going. O'Malley for a bit, but I'll really say Merab. It's so genuine, bro. Shout out to Jack. You know, he's a champ. Just won. Yeah, beat Bilal. You know. That division, yeah, that's a good division. You know, Usman, Leon Edwards. You know, that's a great division. Got a lot of guys. Shakov. Like, you have a lot of great guys in that division. I was a little surprised that Jack got the title shot, but you know, Jack is dealing with an injury, but then he got a next fight, so I was like a little disappointed that he's not going for the title. Because, you know, I think Ian Gary does great for speaking for himself and talking himself up, and I think he's talented, man. I love that guy, Ian Gary. Shout out to him. Yeah, people talk about him and like all this like other shit, but look, man, he's living his life. I think people don't know his life. That's the thing. I think he's living his life and people don't know his life. You know, at the end of the day, but he's freaking great fucking fighter, man. And man, like Ian Gary, with the right push, has what it takes to be the McGregor. He has what it takes. He does. And I don't know if he's gonna get that push. He's in a hard division. Maybe we switched weight, get a little more. But he switched weight, like that's the thing. I think he's in a hard division because I think there's guys who are young as well. The guys who are going to be there for the next 8 years. But I think if he switched divisions, he's going to be with guys that's going to be there for 3 years, no more than 5 years, and he's young himself already. So he's going to be there for quite a while. He can foreground his thing. But of course, you know, you go your weight, that you're comfortable with and all that. But I want to see that guy as champion because there's a lot of great guys, and like I put like this. I don't want to see Ian Gary because I love Justin Gaethje, guys. Like, this guy was actually my favorite fighter for so long, and the only reason he's not my favorite fighter right now is just because I don't like the way the man's been moving and posting, moving like he's freaking depressed on Instagram and social media ever since freaking Holloway. Because in my opinion, he beat Max Holloway. If he didn't freaking throw it on that last second, he beats Max Holloway off a decision in that fight. The Max Holloway kicked the man in the balls twice in that match. Man had 2 penalties to his name. I think Gaethje won the fight overall. I just think you hit the chin sometimes, you know, and that's what happened. But anyways, back to Gaethje. I don't want it to be the same situation where, oh my God, guys, I don't want to get stung by a freaking wasp. Chat, you lock the fucking. But yeah, I don't want fucking Gaethje to end up, I don't want Ian Gary to end up like fucking Justin Gaethje. You know, great fighter, hard ass division with a young guy that's a champ. You know, it's hard to become champion, you know, but, you know, be the best, you know, but sometimes you're in a different division, I know you'd whoop that guy's ass, you know, type shit. But yeah, it's about the rain. This is an expensive ass camera, got a nice ass mic, better go stream for y'all, type shit. Locked in. Appreciate y'all for just, you know, for this little chat we did. Yeah, I hope y'all fuck with it. Maybe I'll put some animations. Y'all really gonna test to see how much of a freaking editor I am, type shit. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Keys movements. Rat them!